How scripting works. When you hear the word scripting, you might immediately think of acting or plays, where actors memorize lines written by scriptwriters. But in this case, scripting is a bit different. This time, you are both the writer and the main character in the story of your life. Scripting is a simple yet powerful technique where you write out your ideal life or a specific outcome exactly how you want it to unfold. It's about putting your desires into words as if they've already come true. You're basically describing your manifestation in the present tense, as though it's already yours. Think of it like creative storytelling or make-believe. You're writing a scene from your life where you already have what you want. You immerse yourself in that experience, feeling the emotions and joy as if it's real. You create a detailed story, maybe about your ideal day, dream, relationship, new job, or even something simple like enjoying your morning coffee. Whatever you want to manifest, scripting helps bring it to life on paper first. It's similar to writing down intentions or spiritual petitions, but here, you're leaning into your imagination and emotion to craft a vivid picture. For example, if you're trying to manifest a new car, you might open your journal, date the page, and start with a gratitude statement like this. Thank you, universe. I'm so happy and so blessed to have my new 2025 Range Rover. My new car looks absolutely stunning in my driveway, and every time I see it, I feel deeply grateful. Thank you so much. Then, you can expand on that, expressing gratitude for everything you're now able to do with this car, how it's improved your daily life, brought you comfort, or made travel easier and more enjoyable. You can script for everything: conceiving a child, buying a house, passing an exam, landing a dream job. The key is to write as if it's already part of your reality. We'll dive deeper into the step-by-step process soon, but for now, just understand this. Scripting is about imagining, feeling, and writing your desires into existence. The energy of thoughts. Before you write anything, whether it's a story or a journal entry, it all begins in your mind. Where do your words come from? From your thoughts. So before pen even meets paper, your thoughts are already shaping your reality. Unless you're copying someone else's work or doing a simple copy and paste job, everything you write comes from your thoughts, straight from your mind. It's the same when you speak. Unless you're a robot, every word you say must be processed in your mind first, formed by your thoughts. So, how does this relate to the law of attraction? Your thoughts and words carry energy, whether spoken or written. They have the power to attract, positively or negatively, based on the energy behind them. Unlike physical objects, which are made of atoms and matter, thoughts and words don't contain physical mass. But here's the key. The brain activity that happens when you think generates energy. The moment you think, your brain lights up with electrical impulses. Millions of neurons fire in rapid succession, creating a powerful flow of electrical activity. This is what generates energy from thought. Thoughts equals brainwaves equals energy. Every thought you process in your brain produces electrical impulses, also called brainwaves. These brainwaves can be measured using EEG or encephalography machines in scientific settings. This is not a theory, it's a proven science. And that energy from your thoughts can influence the energy of physical matter in the universe. Your thoughts don't just shape your habits and actions, they can actually manifest into real-life outcomes. This is likely what Lao Tzu meant with the quote, "Watch your thoughts, they become your destiny," or the well-known phrase, "What we think, we become." We've all had moments that seem more than just coincidence. You think of a friend and moments later, they call. You suddenly feel the urge to check on someone and they happen to be in need. You remember someone from the past and unexpectedly run into them. Some chalk it up to coincidence, others to telepathy. But it's really the power of your thoughts. The energy you send out is matched by the energy of the universe. Thoughts are powerful. They radiate energy and create ripple effects. And no, these aren't just nice ideas. They're backed by science. Brainwaves are real, measurable, and they can even pass through solid objects. So that next time you think deeply about something, remember, you're not just imagining, you are creating. If the waves from the electronic devices can pass through objects, then so can the brainwaves generated by the human mind. These brainwaves can travel long distances, interact with the other energy fields, and potentially connect with the brainwaves of other people. It's like making a call, only without a phone or any gadget. That's because your mind has the power to send and receive powerful frequency waves on its own. This phenomenon is known in science as telepathy, and researchers are dedicating increasing time and resources to studying it. It's a growing field of interest with fascinating implications. In one experiment, an international team of scientists successfully demonstrated brain-to-brain communication. A person in India mentally said hello to someone in France without using a phone, internet, or any form of technology, just pure brainwaves. And it worked. While scientists continue to refine this technology, we shouldn't wait for formal validation to embrace it ourselves. We already have access to this powerful energy, our own thoughts, and we can learn to use them to improve our lives. Now, here's something interesting about brainwaves. They're actually more powerful than many other types of waves. The higher the frequency, the harder it is for waves to penetrate solid objects like walls or metal. That's why radios often lose signal in tunnels. The high-frequency waves can't get through. On the other hand, lower frequency waves travel faster and penetrate more easily. Submarines, for example, use a very low frequencies to communicate through water and dense materials. So what does all this mean? It means that human brainwaves, which operate between 0.5 Hz and 40 Hz, fall into the low frequency range. As a result, they can travel quickly and pass through obstacles more easily than many modern communication gadgets. As a result, they can travel quickly and pass through obstacles more easily than many modern communication gadgets. Every time you have a thought, whether you realize it or not, you're communicating. You're sending signals to the universe, to the people around you, and even to physical objects. Your thoughts carry energy, and that energy interacts with everything around you. You're constantly in communication in the world, not just people, but with everything made of matter and energy. That includes everything from your hairbrush to your computer. Every atom, every object that holds energy is responsive in some way to the frequency of your thoughts. There are even documented cases of individuals lifting objects with nothing but the power of their minds. While society may have labeled them as freaks, the truth is they simply tap into the unexplored capabilities of the human brain. Just because science hasn't fully caught up yet doesn't mean these abilities aren't real. In fact, science is beginning to prove this is possible. Researchers have developed a breakthrough technology that allows paralyzed patients to control robotic arm using nothing but their thoughts. No surgery, no wires, just pure brain-to-machine communication. Isn't that incredible? By simply thinking, these individuals are able to control robotic arms. Their minds give the command, and the machine responds. This is yet another example of how powerful our thoughts are. With nothing but our minds, we can interact with and influence the world around us. Now, let's bring this back to scripting. When you script, you're focusing on something and writing it down. That act alone creates strong brainwaves that carry intention. These waves go out into the universe and communicate your desires, telling the world, the people, and the things around you exactly what you want to attract. When you write in your journal, you're sending out powerful messages. You're giving instructions to the universe. You're making it clear what you want, how you want it to happen, and who you want involved. This is the basic science and logic behind why scripting works. But here's the key. Thinking about something once or casually isn't enough. A passing thought sends out some energy, sure, but not much. To truly manifest your desires, you need to harness a more powerful force. Focus. Where focus goes, energy flows. Remember that science experiment many of us did in school? You took a magnifying glass and used it to burn a piece of paper. No lighter, no flame, just sunlight and focus. The magnifying glass concentrated the energy from the sun into one spot, and within seconds the paper caught fire. You may have done this in high school or elementary. The experiment demonstrates a powerful truth. When you concentrate energy, just like you do when you focus your thoughts, you generate the power needed to create real change. So how does a simple magnifying glass create enough heat to burn paper? The answer is focus. A magnifying glass takes the energy from the sun and channels it to a single concentrated beam of light. The focused energy becomes powerful enough to ignite paper. Think of it like using a pot to cook. The food isn't directly in the fire, but the pot absorbs and focuses the heat, distributing it evenly. That concentration is what cooks the food. Similarly, the magnifying glass doesn't create energy, it concentrates it, and that focus turns sunlight into fire. Focus is a powerful force. Where focus goes, energy flows. The more attention and focus you give to something, the faster and more powerful it manifests. When you continuously think about what you want, you generate powerful waves of energy. That energy builds and intensifies, eventually becoming strong enough to shape your reality. Focused energy acts like a magnet. It pulls your desires toward you. The more you focus on something, the more energy you give it, and the more likely it is to produce results. When you're scripting, your energy and attention are fully channeled into what you want to create. That focused energy sends strong signals into the universe. Instead of casually thinking about your desires, scripting helps generate powerful, deliberate thought patterns, brainwaves that interact with the people, situations, and resources you're trying to attract. Every moment you spend writing about what you want intensifies your focus, just like a magnifying glass intensifies sunlight. That's how scripting amplifies your energy and intention. It helps you send out the precise amount of focused energy required to draw your desires toward you. Science also supports the idea that focused thought can influence the physical world. One well-known example is the work of Japanese scientist Dr. Masaru Emoto, who spent over 2 decades studying the effects of human thought on water. His research suggests that the structure of water molecules could be altered just by focusing specific thoughts on them. People were able to change the molecular patterns of water simply by directing positive or negative intentions toward it. You can explore more of Dr. Emoto's work here. thewellnessenterprise.com/Emoto. How scripting helps you eliminate the biggest obstacle to manifestation: limiting thoughts. Scripting doesn't just help you clarify and attract what you want, it also helps you dismantle the limiting beliefs that block your manifestations. It clears out doubt, fear, worry, and anxiety, mental clutter that interferes with the law of attraction. When we dwell in negativity or fear, we send confusing signals into the universe. That mixed energy makes it harder for our desires to find their way to us. For example, you might be thinking, I want a new car. But at the same time, you're also thinking, how will I ever afford one when I barely have anything saved up? That kind of inner conflict sends mixed messages, and the universe responds accordingly. It's completely natural to have these kinds of thoughts. Your inner voice, or what some might call common sense, might say like, come on dreamer, where exactly are you going to get the money for the new car? But it's exactly this type of thinking that blocks manifestation and causes the law of attraction to fall short. The law of attraction operates on one key principle: blind trust. You have to believe, fully and without doubt, that the universe already has all the resources and means to bring you what you want, even if you can't yet see how. Think of it like this. Have you ever tried calling into a radio show while standing too close to your own radio? The feedback causes static, and the signal becomes unclear. Eventually, the station might even ask you to move away from the radio just so they can hear you clearly again. That's exactly what happens when you allow negative or limiting thoughts to interfere with your manifestation process. They create static. Your message to the universe becomes fuzzy, unclear, or contradictory, making it difficult, if not impossible, for your desires to come through. No matter how powerful your intentions are, if they're being drowned out by fear, doubt, or scarcity thinking, manifestation won't work effectively. And scripting, like any other law of attraction technique, loses its power. But now, you understand how and why scripting works, and why focus, clarity, and belief are essential.